Swag up to the tip top, all the way down. She liking my drip. Rolex.
Black man, black fam, black woman. Welcome to Black Dad Code, where everything we do before family, but nothing before family. America, America, America. Once again, it's your favorite guy from Major High,
Kelly Major.
Kelly Major.
Kevin. I'm Charles.
And today we will be interviewing Mr. Fred Crumpton.
Yeah, man.
So, just give you a quick thing for those of y'all don't know. This is the third owner in Major High, and he's a part owner in Black Dad Code with us. It's me, Fred, and Kevin. We are the ones who make up Major High. Of course, you know Mr. Charles got
The Green Room, Enterprise.
and all together we are Black Dad Code.
Black Dad Code.
So we've interviewed everybody else that told their story. So today we're gonna interview Mr. Crumpton, who has a unique little story himself. Fred, would you introduce yourself to America?
America, I'm Fred Crumpton. Born and raised Oklahoma, you know what I mean. Out there trying to make it, man. Trying to show this positivity. I love what we're doing here, trying to, educate the masses or the minis, whoever's listening, whoever needs a little bit of advice, going through some of the same similar stuff that we've been through. I love the energy that we bring in. So I'm just trying to be a part of, love to be a part of it. Glad to be here with my guy, Major I, you know what I mean?
Yes. It's funny because the whole idea of Black Dad Code, it came from me and him talking.
Mm-hmm.
I was going through a divorce. He was just looking like he was about to go through a divorce. Our exes are best friends. So the same thing my ex was doing to me, his ex was doing to him. They was plotting together, right? So I was able to tell him, look, bro, this step is coming next, this is coming next. And it was funny how it was happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all we're trying to do is take care of our kids, raise our families, have a good life, peaceful things like that. But sometimes it don't work that way. So as discussing with him and we talking about the things we going through, just trying to be in our kids' life the way we supposed to be, we was like, man, we might need to talk about this and, see if other people feeling that way and stuff. And so then I came and talked to you about it, and you liked the idea, and you liked the idea, and that's how it was formed. But at the time, he was in Colorado.
Right.
So that's why he wasn't initially, at none of the previous episodes, but now he's back.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, man. I remember those conversations are really so vivid for me too, because we really are going through similar situations, and then, as we're going through them, as we're talking about it, we're like, man, we know there's a lot of black men, there's a lot of men going through similar situations, and there's a lot of maybe even women, but you're going through, when you're going through exes and children, and there's things being said on this side, and children being influenced in this way and in that way, we had to create a platform to for everybody to be able to get it out.
For men,
like,
for
subscribe,
us men
hit the
that wanna
comments,
be good
let us know
fathers.
what you want to hear.
Yeah, because it's really not a platform for us. You can look around, it's other platforms for other things, but it's really not a platform for the black dads taking care of their kids in everyday society, and we're here to try to combat that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So man,
Well, okay, give us a brief little summary.
rundown.
Yeah, tell us, who you are, what you do for a living, how many children you have.
So, Fred Crumpton, I'm career insurance adjuster.
First, before you go there, tell us who you are, though. 'Cause see, you're something here in Tulsa that is pretty significant to something. He always say, what you always say? Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street.
Tell us who you are.
So, my grandmother is Mother Fletcher.
Okay.
Yes, this is our roots. This is our roots. We come from here.
So when you say Mother Fletcher, is that from the home and where she used to feed people and stuff like that, or?
Well, actually, so that's more of the that's more of what the public calls it.
Okay.
It's grainy to me.
his grandmother.
It's granny to me. You know what I mean?
It's granny.
But just to put it in perspective for everybody else to know, I can't just say, well, Nick, granny.
But she's like a staple in the Tulsa community.
And his uncle, her brother.
Yeah, my Uncle Red as well.
Oh, okay.
And 3 of the survivors are his family.
Oh, is that so? Red is your uncle?
Yeah.
Like Red used to be the car salesman and all, or no?
No.
Not that Red.
No, not that Red. No, not that Red. No, but so I'm direct descendant. It's actually, funny because how our people are. They didn't want us to see the struggle. When I was young, we didn't know we was poor because everybody was poor. So we just, we're going through life, and they don't. Some parents would tell you, hey, this is what's going on out here. That's what's going on out there. But my grandmother wasn't like that. Her ankle break. She ain't gonna tell nobody. We won't know until we see her limping. You know what I mean? So she was actually 100 years old before she even tells us the story.
Oh, of the Black Wall Street?
Yeah. We just.
And that's crazy because that's what I heard from a lot of people back then. It's like they didn't even want to put that out there, and it was just something too.
It was like taboo to talk about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So why do you think that though?
I just thought didn't want us to know the heartache and pain, because I think, and I know for a fact, especially with my grandmother, that was just that she was 6 then.
Yeah.
That was just the start of it. That was just the start of it. There's probably been so much more that I'm sure she's seen some of the worst. Like she told me after that they spent the winter in Claremore in tents. On some people's property to let them hide out.
Was these Caucasian people or? Because Claremore full of Caucasian.
Yeah. No, they. So my grandmother's people were sharecroppers. So they, they was able to go sharecrop, and now they got here you can go sleep out there in your tent.
Yeah.
Pick your food and yeah. So, like I say, I think it was a lot that they went through that they just didn't want, especially being young. Now, once we get older, and that's what happened. We sitting around watching TV, and they start showing what happened. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. You remember that? Wait, Granny, what's
going on?
Yeah, what do you mean you remember that? Oh yeah, I remember that. We thought, they thought they was beating rugs. No, they dropping bombs. Until he said somebody came through. They killing black folks. Y'all better get out of here. So they jumped in the horse and buggy, and 6 kids in the back of the buggy, and tried to get out.
And how old is your grandmother one more time?
She is 109 years old.
Is she still living?
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, we just seen her just.
100.
Yeah, she was at the rodeo.
Yeah.
Mogi Black Rodeo. We was there together with her.
That's
Oh, okay. So she's the one that's in the wheelchair.
Yeah. It's still on the news, everything.
Kinda
Yeah.
like the last descendant.
Well, her brother's still alive
Now,
too,
did
and
they
another lady.
Now, because they just passed the judgment on where they didn't want to give her the funds or whatever.
Yeah.
And now
So
they back appealing it.
So we did appeal it. The Supreme Court said they're going to hear it. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. We need to. Wish we could put a little pressure on them. They know the world is watching, though.
Right.
They know the world is watching.
Well, and it's a different world we live in too now with social media and everything. And that's the one thing too. Social media, it evens things out, man. Because even the stuff that you don't want to hear, it's too much of a free. It's too much
coming.
free. It's like you can't hide. You can't hide that no more.
Well, that wasn't us. That was our, that was our ancestors. We shouldn't have to pay for stuff that our ancestors did. But you got rich off of it, and you still living off what your ancestors did.
Right.
You still living off that capital from what they did. So
burn all that land up, went back and bought it for pennies.
Exactly.
And built on it.
They built on it.
And now you got multi-million-dollar corporations down there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it wasn't your fault. It wasn't us. We shouldn't have to pay for it. Yes, you should.
Yeah,
you should.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I hope the Supreme Court does the right thing. The world is watching. We need.
But the beautiful thing about it now is, not only is he a descendant of people that were a part of Black Wall Street, we are now a part of rebuilding Black Wall Street, and we are part of bringing it back. So that's what Major High, Black Dad Code, Major High Apparel, Green Room Dispensary, Green Room Enterprise, that's what we all representing. We are trying to build back Black Wall Street, and that mentality of being Black owners, having our own, doing, prospering, and teaching our family and children how to have good lives the prosperous way. So that's what we all are part of right now. And it just so happens to be we are also going in the struggle as Black fathers in today's world. So how many children do you have?
So I've got 3 children. I've got my oldest, which is 24, and then I have two girls. One is in college, and then I have my younger, which is 14. She fixing to be 15. Happy birthday, baby.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yep. So got 3, man. So to get on topic, I mean, my first child, young. I'm sure you've had a young child. Some of us have children young. So trying to navigate the world.
You still trying to figure it out?
At the same, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm 22. I'm still trying to figure it out. And at the same time, keep him safe and nurtured. And so, me and his mother split up, and we actually had a really good relationship in the beginning. And then the relationship kind of turned. She got a new boyfriend or whatever. The relationship kind of turned, and it ended up bad. I mean, she hid him from me. There's a lot of stuff that went on, but long story short, she hid him from me. I had to basically track him down. And then when I found him, and then when I found him, I was only able to get visitations. But being so young, really uneducated, didn't have a career path, didn't really have a job, so I didn't know I needed lawyers. I didn't know, I'm not going to court. You know what I mean?
Know your rights.
Didn't know my rights, and I'm young, so I don't want to go to court for nothing. Let alone, you know what I mean? So so I just kind of played the background. Okay, whatever you
want, whatever you'll let me see.
Right, whatever you'll let me do.
Said too, somebody's just probably watching this, and that's happening too. So that's why I said this
Right,
platform.
and you know why it's important too to tell the story, not to cut you off, because he was painted with his son as a deadbeat dad.
Exactly. So like, how many dads, like I said, how many dads out there that truly do care and want to be there, and it's like you get plastered on as deadbeat dad because, like you said too, you didn't want to go to court, you didn't know your rights, you didn't know how to go about that, and it's automatically you're a deadbeat dad.
And that's helping young guys now that was your age at that time. Even the younger guys now that's listening to this, they might need to know, like, hey, you do have rights too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Especially if once they put you in the system and start making you pay child support, get your visitations. Get your visitations.
Try to get equal custody.
Yeah, really,
that's child support to go away. You just do medical, really.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And that's key. And so I made a mistake. I made a critical mistake back then as well. I didn't really fight for custody. I didn't fight for custody. And so, in my mind, I don't want to take my son from his mother.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm a mama's boy, so I don't want to take him from that. So, in hindsight, there's no way I should have let the situation get out of hand the way it did. But my mind stayed thin, because I don't want to take him from his mother. Am I going to be ready? Can I?
Do I know how to do this?
Yeah, can I do this? Can I even do this? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Because if we look back, it's hard. It's really hard taking care of kids. Like your daughter lives with you now, Kelly. I'm quite sure grandchildren.
Yeah.
You have custody now. And being a full-time parent is not an easy task.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not at all.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely a sacrifice. You have to know you're sacrificing your life for so many years for your child's life.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm doing that, and I'm cool with it. But I have to realize that,
Yep.
And then you have 2 children, and you adopted your nephew.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, he's a blessing, man. He's been through it a little bit. You know what I mean? Pretty much, in the streets a little bit. So really been through it. He just turned 14.
Where is he going to school?
In Glenpool. Yeah, in Glenpool.
Playing on the football team.
Yeah, on the football team. You know, we're trying to.
Fastest on the football team.
Yeah, wheels.
Yeah.
Man
Fastest on the team.
Man got wheels.
Called out the fastest player and smoked him.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
First day like that, I'm new here to school. Who the fastest? I want to play on this team,
Right.
and y'all ain't shit.
Yeah. So I got my nephew, man. He's a blessing. My mother passed a while back, so my sister's been going through some things really since then. So, I wanted to make sure that he was taken care of. I've got to take care of our oldest and our youngest.
Commend you on that, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's real. Commend you on that.
Has to happen. And he's a good kid, man. I mean, he's a real good kid. He listens. A little misguided. He didn't have his father as well.
Who ain't when you ain't got the
Right.
Yeah.
Hard. But then that's good that you became a part of his life because it's it takes men to raise men. Yeah. That's all. Women really can't raise these boys like they think because they start cuddling them and they go into the wrong direction.
They either make them too coddled or too hard-headed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Or and then see when these boys get to that 12, 13, 14 stage,
pivotal time,
and hit hit them 2 inches taller.
Yeah.
Now they 2 inches taller than their mama.
Yeah, exactly.
So now they listening to what they want to.
Yeah.
So I'm
a little bit.
And my mama she wasn't as strict. I'm still scared of my grandma. My grandma tore my ass up. My mama wasn't as strict. But I know once I hit about 13, you know what I mean? I'm 5'9", 5'10" now. I got you. You know what I mean? So so definitely need that male role model, that male influence in their lives, and I know that it was I came up the rough way, gang banging and acting weird, acting like a fool. You know what I mean? So
So at this point, do you have your nephew with you, and then who else?
And my daughter Annalise.
So you have sole custody of your daughter, just like I do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where does your daughter attend school?
She goes to school in Glenpool too. Yep. Oh yeah. I got my baby. That's my mini me, man. That's my mini me.
So in this whole deal, man, like, I know you kind of talked about how you kind of go through similar things to Kelly. I think what's the biggest thing you feel like you've taken from it at this current point that you're in right now?
Man, the biggest thing, just going through the situation, splitting up or not being with the mother of your children. I mean, my biggest takeaway was just making sure I'm proud of myself, but making sure that I was there, making sure they know I'm there, making sure,
Deion said it best. He's like, the best thing you can be is present. You're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna do this, but you be present, man, you can rebound.
Yeah.
And that's what you are, you're present.
Yeah.
And can't nobody take that away from you, because like I said too, it damn sure ain't gonna be perfect all the time, but what you are there is you're present.
Exactly.
Like I said too, when it goes back, it's like, you know what, it made this man happen, but you know what?
Yeah.
Pops was there.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, we did go through some things, but one of the biggest things I see, I wanted to use this platform for it. And like I say, women may go through this as well, but bad mouthing the other parent, as to your children, trying to push them, and even you might be on your phone with your girlfriend, or phone with your homeboy, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, this, that did this, that. Baby sitting right here, she hear that, so now she either's gonna feel some type of way about you, or she listening, and so now next time she get mad at you, you ain't nothing, you crazy, you a crazy ass nigga. I heard my mama say you're crazy. Now it's changing their perception. When
he spoke on that, man. That was one of, I think, episode 2 or 3 that he said that exactly.
Yeah.
The biggest thing he's struggling with is, like I said too, when that stuff comes up, how he does not say anything bad. He tells the honest truth. But no matter how he feels, he never, he keeps it 100. You know,
myself, right? I keep
all
it to
his
myself.
He compresses himself.
Yeah, I tell her the truth about the situation, so that might seem like bad mouthing from their view, where no, that ain't what happened. This is what happened, and it even sucks to even have to do that with your child. But you have to when you're being completely lied to, and the child's thinking something's happening, it's not, and she's mad at you. You got to tell her the truth. So I'll tell her the truth about the situation, but I don't never tell her how I really feel or nothing about.
You don't go into detail.
No, I keep that to myself. Right.
Yeah, you gotta keep the feelings. You can't let the feelings speak to, you know.
Because at the end of the day, it's still her mother or it's still her father.
Right. Mother.
Exactly.
And it's gonna always be a part of, his or her life.
Exactly.
Always. So I talk down on it.
Right. But I was talked bad on like a dog.
I think we all had a little bit,
But you know what though? I have found in life, and this is for real, America. Y'all need to know that. I love when y'all talk shit about me and say I can't do something. Cause I just let my actions speak.
Because it's fuel.
It's fuel. Oh yeah. It's fuel for me, and not only is it fuel for me, it's a postponed enjoyment for me. Cause when you tell me I can't do nothing, I know when I see you and give you that smirk like that, I ain't gonna say nothing else. You know, I think that. You know what it is. That crooked tooth smile. That's why I never fix my smile. You're gonna hate this crooked tooth smile, because you're gonna see it a lot.
Yeah,
and you know.
But no, to this point though. So the difference with this one, the difference with my younger children and my son is I lived in Oklahoma City. They lived, so we lived so far apart, and he didn't ask the question, so he listened to and believed some of that stuff. You know what I mean? And so now he's feeling some type of way. Now he feels like I left him, whatever, instead of,
Does he feel like you took care of his sisters, but you didn't take care of him?
Well, he know I wanted to see. He's a little bit older, so he knew I wanted to take care of him. Because every time I had him, I'm begging him to come live with me. Yeah, come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you like this. In that situation too, man. This is one too. He's always been long to have that relationship and stuff like that. But the only thing I say too on that, man, he's gonna come to you for guidance and stuff like that. That's your time to pour in and do, because at that point that'll fix itself. That stuff will fix itself. As long as you can pour in at those times and the later times, bro, he'll know.
That's never too late.
It ain't never too late.
And that's what I try to do. And that's what I try to do.
And like I said, it may not be to the point where you want it right now, but like I said, as long as you're able to fill in whenever, like I said, you get them chances, it'll.
That's what we're doing right now. I mean, all of us are all entrepreneurs. We have our own businesses. So no matter what successful level it is at this point, we are building a platform for those coming under us to have it better and easier and have a start we didn't have.
And it's cool because I have my sons working, with me in the company, kind of as partners and stuff. And that feels good to be able to employ your sons.
We're actually about to start employing the kids in with, helping out with things at the shop too, and paying them little money and stuff like that.
Because it's a hell of a write-off.
It's a hell of a write-off.
No,
for one.
No, but really, it also teaches them the business. It teaches them
the business inside and out, and you get to watch them and see where their skill level is by what areas they can do good or not, what they gravitate to naturally. Some gonna gravitate naturally to the plants. Some gonna gravitate naturally to the paperwork. Some gonna want to do the sales. Some gonna, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what's in them until you put them in situations.
So that is a beautiful thing. That's another thing I love about what we're doing, what Black Dad Code is all about. The embodiment. It's about being a good father. It's about trying to give our children a better life than what we had. Trying to have something for them when we go, and be able to teach them along the way. You know what I mean? So, I love it. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, I do got to touch back on that stain. That when you're talking bad about the other, when somebody's talking bad about the other parent, that'll stain no matter what, you know, no matter even if you rebuild the relationship, it's gonna stain. It's in the back of their mind. So, I mean, that
I'm gonna give you a prime example.
hurts.
Even when it goes away, my ex was lying to my daughter about things that was going on. My daughter found out the truth on her own, and then snapped and was like, "Why am I even mad at Dad?" Excuse me. So even though she came back to me and, "Dad, I'm so sorry," this and that, and I'll never forget how it made me feel and how she acted so ugly towards me based on them lies. And she'll never be able to say that the moments didn't happen where she felt so sad and so hurt by her dad based on lies. Because even though she know the truth now, that pain that she felt thinking it was still there. It was there. It was real. You know what I'm saying? She felt like she thought her daddy had betrayed her. So even though now she know it ain't true, she still had that pain put in her.
Yeah, just like with Tony, I had, you know, when me and his mother divorced, she used to talk nasty about it. And then, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, he had to come and apologize like, "Dad, it's fucked up because the things that she said about you wasn't really, you know, true."
Right.
She put that in my head.
Right.
And I thought differently of you, but you did want to always be around. You did want me to do this and do that.
Right.
You know? So, but it stains the kids, especially
They
at a
do.
young age.
My daughter
It really does.
she told me, she said, "I had to speak. What did Dad do? He ain't did nothing."
Yeah.
She said, and she thanked me for kids. She said, "You kept fighting for me, even when, like one time she was here, she was acting so ugly towards me. My mother was like, just take her home." And I was like, "I want her every day. I'm not gonna never take away a moment I got. We're just gonna have to work through this." And she said, "The fact that you wouldn't even send me away when I was bad, it made the difference." And she's like, "That made a difference. You showed me you was never gonna stop fighting for me. You just never would give up." And that's what we had to do, but the pain still was real because of, and then think about it, why would you intentionally want your child that has a great relationship with that other parent not to know more because you don't? That's selfish.
But like you said too, that's just part of that selfishness of when you break up and not letting egos separate. Hey, this is what's best for the kid versus I'm feeling this certain way, so I'm gonna hurt you like this. So it's just a deal too where we got to get over that. Yeah, parents got to get over that. Like I said too, you ain't together no more. It's all about the kid. Let's not be ugly. Like it needs to be something too where
Stats show that when single parents are dads, the kids are more successful when they're mothers. And I think part of that is why dads tend to do better what's right by the kid than mothers do in terms of the emotional when there's that hurt there. Because like for example with me, if it was up to me, I never want to see my ex again in my life. But my daughter wanted to see her mom. Her mom was only approved on paper to the next visit one day for Memorial Day. And my daughter like, "I want to spend the weekend with my mom." So boom, I make arrangements, I let her go stay there. I make that happen. I let her go spend the weekend with her mom. You know what I'm saying? That not even approved. I don't have to do that, but I know, why would I want to make you hurt, take that relationship away from you because the way I feel, right? Now I'm gonna make sure she treats you right and do right, and she gotta respect things while you over there. She can't try to force things on you that you're not with, but if she stay within the guidelines, what she's supposed to do and everything, I want you to see her and have a relationship with her, even though I don't want to have one with her.
Yeah, and the unfortunate is you still somehow, you know, there's still gonna be a situation. You still gonna have you trying to be, and this is what happened with my older son. Has happened with my daughter. I will always do that. I will always be the bigger person. I don't care what we went through. If you need to talk to your mom, even if your mom want to talk to you, I'll call your mama. And she don't want to talk to her, I'll just call your mama. You know what I'm saying? She just want to hear your voice. Call your mama. But I'm still gonna get, you know what I mean?
In the conversation, they're gonna talk about you.
Yeah.
You call your mama, "Huh, mama? Oh, your sorry ass daddy, got you acting all stupid as that." You're gonna talk about me, but I'm still gonna tell you call your mama.
Has happened every single time I did. Yeah, it happened every time I did.
Right.
Sorry ass daddy, quit acting like you sorry ass daddy. You know what I mean?
Right.
It happened every single time
Yeah.
I did.
You can go stay with your mama as soon as you get there. Your daddy ain't no good. He ain't shit. He ain't with you. This and that. Yeah, but I let you go and you didn't even have a visitor for it.
Right.
You know, but
Right.
I ain't shit. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm right now ready to go into war mode. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, if you've been acting like this all this time, if this is what we're doing, it's up.
Yeah.
It's up. It's up now. But I'm not. I'm still gonna advocate. I'm still gonna try to, make sure that my daughter loves and respects and, spends some time with her mother because she has to have that relationship. I didn't have my father. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know what that void is. So I'm still gonna advocate for it, and I know soon as she get there, what your bum ass daddy doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know soon as she get, but I'm still gonna advocate for it, and hopefully, just this conversation. Yeah.
Right. This is my situation here just a few weeks ago. I don't allow you I allow you extra time on 2 weeks, but don't allow you the 3rd week. Now you're taking me to court, I'm sorry, this and that, and you're going with everything. But then you ask me the next day, can I let you see her next weekend? And I say, yeah, though.
So you're not acting bitter towards it.
No, because I can't, or unless my child suffers. Yeah. Even though I really feel like, how you gonna ask me for a favor and you talking about you taking me to court? I gotta spend more money to defend to the judge, which I'm not gonna lose because I didn't do anything wrong. Your Honor, I followed the sheet. I gave her extra time for 2 weeks. I wouldn't give her a 3rd week extra and she's mad. So it ain't like I'm doing anything wrong, but I'm gonna have to pay that attorney money, all of this and that. So I'm like, but then you're gonna ask me for a favor. Well, can I see her this weekend? I miss her this. And see, what if it was us, roles reversed, we're gonna be like, no. You want to file such and such, see yourself this weekend.
Right.
But me, you wanna go to your mother's weekend? Yeah, boom, boom, okay, we're gonna do it this. We're gonna do this and that. Mary gonna come stay with you, boom, boom.
The old saying, it's nothing worse than a woman scorned.
Right. But I'm gonna say what I found though is, if you are able to take the high road, you gotta cut off communication with them because it ain't nothing but an argument for your own peace. But you do what's right by your child, and you just sit back and you just wait on this old thing called life. Yeah. Life gonna whoop their ass for you. I'm watching wife whoop her ass consistently, and she too dumb to realize wife was whooping her ass because she messing with me and she keep doing stuff to get more lashes. Because you don't realize the action you do today, you don't set up lashes for you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So when you get over yesterday's lashes and think you finally getting a break, you got more lashes coming from what you did today. You gotta stop all the BS to stop the lashes. But you ain't gonna do that, so you gonna keep coming at me. I'm gonna keep repelling, blocking, keep doing, and then I'm gonna watch life whip around. And I'm watching life whoop you.
That's the one thing I told you ain't gotta do nothing but sit back and just play the chords. Because like I said, every time it's some disgruntled stuff that come and it's BS, it whip back around but that's the thing too, like I tell Kelly, man, karma's it, man. Like, you can't just be putting that stuff out there and then don't think it's gonna come back. So that's why I told him, man, you ain't got to be able to sit back and just play your part and just enjoy your life, man. Like I said, he do that, and every karma gonna eat a lot. Cause like I said, all that foul stuff, all that BS, all that extra stuff, it turns back around. But like I said, if you jump in and get caught up in it, man, that's the wrong worst move. But like I said, he set his situation up to everything legally. It's in paperwork, everything is good, so all he got to do is sit back and just play his part.
Try to give my child the best life I can. That is my main focus right now. Yeah. She's 14 years old. 2 more years, she's going to be driving, because God willing, I'm going to get her own car. Yeah. And she's going to be driving. She can go see her mother whenever she wants then, because she's driving. And so in 2 more years, we ain't even got to talk no more about nothing anyway. So we got to talk right now, just communicate visits. But after 2 more years, so what's 2 years? I did 2 life sentences. I didn't know when I was coming home. So 2 years dealing with you, a few weekends, through an email, man, come on, man, boom. You were right off. Yeah, you an occasional letter, campaign letter or something, as far as I'm concerned. That's about about the role you play in my life right now. Occasional campaign letter because I'm bored and want to see if I can get somebody extra to come visit me. I'm gonna write a campaign letter tonight. I see if I still got it. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no play. No play. So, I'm doing me 2 more years, but I'm also at the same time, I'm so directly involved in her life for moving her life to the next level that I'm gonna be a part of it. Because I'm taking her to Invest Fest with me, and she's gonna get that whole experience. She wants to be a surgeon. I've had her go to a medical mentorships. I just wrote the doctor today, and I found out about a program I can get her to through OU where she can shadow doctors. I'm also, we're talking with the dude, they got a program in school in Union where the kids go to the hospital and through there, but they don't have it in Jinx. So I'm about to try to get with a science teacher at Jinx. I'm about to try to set up this program at Jinx for my daughter to go through. So then get her in the medical field, go through all of that.
But then you know that here's the greatest thing. They get that started, it's some other kid that you never had this chance because you got that started.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm doing everything I can to be a part of her life and make her dream future come true. She want to play volleyball. I do the press. Like now they say she need a trainer. She got to do special training and stuff. I thought I'll do it with you. I'm 50-something years old, man. But I'm gonna go to everyone with her. I'm gonna run with her. Whatever I gotta do. If there's other kids there, cool. But if she's by herself and she want me to do it with her, I'm gonna get right out there and I'm gonna be right with her.
Yeah. Make her life better.
Make her life better.
I mean, that's needed.
Right.
It's definitely. I mean, it's definitely needed. Just that time. Those minutes.
Right.
Those minutes. Once you become a father, you got to realize those minutes no longer belong to you.
Right.
Then you don't have time. They got, you know what I mean?
No,
that's their time.
Actually,
this man
that's
been going
wrong.
all summer. This minute's been.
No, actually, that's wrong though. That's not actually true. The minutes do belong to you. That's you.
Yeah.
Your kid is you.
Right. Right.
You can decide to spend the minutes with them. Or
Right. But no, I'm saying you are spending money with you. That is you. Your kid is you. It's an extension of you. It's your seed, your gene is you. So even when you spend the time with them, you still doing you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. So all for you selfish-minded people.
No,
For
right.
all you selfish-minded ones who want to be all about you, it is all about you if you do it for your child because your child is you.
Yeah.
So you can be like, oh, I can do all for my kid, I have to do it for me, and justify it to yourself.
No, right.
It is you, right? The child's an extension of you. So you are spending your time on you when you're spending it on your child.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm glad that we're getting rid of the stereotype of black dads not being part of, part of their kids' lives.
Man,
You know, there's so
one
much-
thing that's been like painfully kind of like blaring itself to me is that, I am kind of, and this one thing too, like, with some of you females, like, y'all got to get better about that because, it's tough enough, like, but man, like, some of you females are making that situation a little bit worse than what it needs to be. And the thing is, too, is like, y'all really got to be better about that because the thing is, too, like you said, too, there's a lot of dads that do want to be in their kids' lives, but it's being painted in a certain way. So, like, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, like, am I doing the best for my kid regardless of how I feel? Regardless of how I feel. And
All that I don't need a man in my life.
that's
a lie.
not
All
even,
that I don't need a woman in my life. It's a lie.
it's a bogus because at that point you're doing a disservice to your children.
Right.
And like I said too, all kids need that because if they don't see it then they're teaching their kids this, and it's a cycle.
Yeah,
and it's the same
that's
cycle
the
that we
thing.
trying to break. So you need both parents. So quit doing that whole BS of I don't need a man. Your kid needs a man. Your kid needs a mama. Like stop that, man. That's
Right.
wrong.
Most of the time.
If you're limiting your kid, you don't even know because you're being selfish. So that's just one thing that's been on my heart lately. I've been just saying that I'm like, man, we gotta stop doing it. That's just terrible, man.
You should have to think about yourself at a higher level. See, we minimize ourselves as beings, and especially as black people. We minimize who we are. That's why we minimize our legacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My daughter's an extension of me. She's my legacy. So if I'm great, she got to be great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
have a better life.
Yeah. If I'm great, she got to be great. How am I Kelly Major? She come out and be something womp.
Yeah.
And I feel good about myself. Like what? You know what I'm saying? That's our legacy. That's our children and our genes is us still living on. Even when I'm gone, if one of my daughter or one of her kids something is still here on this earth, I'm still here on this earth. I'm on this earth right now. I'm living for whatever one of my ancestors that was a slave in this earth. Now I'm gonna own part of it, and I'm gonna build it up for us to own it and all, because we sowed the seeds on this land originally. The part of who's in me was a slave on this. I'm just an extension of them. So we gotta stop looking at ourselves at lower levels and look at our kids like they are extensions of us. And if we start now looking at us, then we know where we want to be with us in the future. Well, then I would put that in my kid. What I want for me in the future. And what I want for me in the future, I'm gonna give it to her. Because that's my future. That's me in the future.
Right.
What I want for me in the future, I'm gonna put it in my grandkids. Because that's me in the future. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. So whatever you want in your future, you put it into them. Okay, I can't run full court no more. He can.
Right.
So I'm gonna get him in all the schools, all the trainings, all the everything, and I'm gonna tell him everything I know with that, and he gonna run the court for us. It's still me running the court.
Right.
And we gonna get you this round. Yeah, we're gonna get you this round. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it with my child. She's me. Okay, what did I want to do when I was her age? How did I want to be set up? Boom. So now I'm setting her up that same way. If I set her up the way I want to be set up that age and this and that, where I want to be at that. And you know what's crazy, when we talk, I see me in her. She's like, I want to make sure I can make enough money because I want to live like this, I want to live like that. She's like, Dad, I want to live with you these so many years while I work, and I want to save my money up so I got $1 million put up before I get my first home. Man, if she ain't sounding like young stack of dollar. So why would, right, makes me proud. So yeah, so boom, okay, we're gonna invest, we're gonna do it this way, we're gonna do these things. She told me, I wanna work now, Dad, I'm 14. She gets money, she gets allowance, all of that. But she said, I wanna earn my own money and I want more stuff than what you give me. Right. So I want her to know how to earn your own and all, so if you ever gotta do it, you can. So I'm like, okay, she found what jobs pay at 14, Chick-fil-A's one of them. I'm like, no, you wanna be in the medical field. Now I'm trying to get her a job in one of these hospitals or something, program, working in what she want to work in. Start her there. She get in there at 14 starting. By the time she's 20 something and shadowing and all of that, she gonna be ready for grad school. She gonna be cold in her profession.
The jargon. She knows the jargon.
The jargon and everything is gonna be easy for her. But what about the black kids who want to be doctors and stuff? No one invests in them. They go to college, they go to school for it, but they gotta learn all that fresh and how hard they struggle to get through. But they make it through. But man, if you start now, if I start now with her, it's so much easier. We start at 14, which we started at 13, because that's when she did her first mentorship. She learned to do cuts and everything at 13, and start tubes and everything. Yeah, I've had her in the program. So I'm investing in Future Kelly. Yeah, I'm looking at that's Future Kelly. So Future Kelly, I want Future Kelly to be a millionaire by their 20s.
Yeah, exactly. And that's,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's a major key though. That's a major key, because I mean, I know, and we, different neighborhoods are different. The more successful neighborhoods, kids had more of a vision. But I know, here in Oklahoma, our peoples wasn't doing nothing or couldn't do nothing. They was bottom of the barrels, bottom scraping. So we didn't know. We didn't have no idea. I had no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up. You know what I mean? Still don't know what I want to be when I didn't have no idea. So giving them that push, pointing them in the direction or letting them find their direction, and then adding on to,
right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a major key, and that's something I'm definitely doing with mine. I've done it with all mine actually, just trying to make sure that they kind of have a focus. Don't come out of school not even knowing what you like to do. You know what I mean? Try to figure out, these are the years when you try to figure out what it is you like to do. And then,
this is something that's important to add on what you're saying, not to cut that off, which is part of why I'm taking the Mirror to Invest Fest. You can only dream about what you want to do based on what you've seen.
Right.
Take your kids places. Give them different experiences. White ones, Asian ones, black ones, Hispanic ones. Because you don't know what your kids talking. Because we are melting pot inside. And you don't know where your talent pool gonna come from in your child. So what bloodline is coming from. So you expose them to multicultures, multi-ethnicities, multi-habits, multi-ways of learning, multi-ways of doing things. I take her everywhere. I go do things. I go out my comfort zone to take my child out her comfort zone. So future me will be comfortable in them places. Because again, that's future me. So if I want future me to be able to walk anywhere, because I can walk almost anywhere. And I do as an ex-felon, and I don't even sweat it. Yeah, I'm a proud dope dealer now. I'm a legal one. I'm a proud dope dealer. D-Boy Kelly, Major High. What? You want that smoke? Got it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm the plug, baby. I'm the plug. You know what I'm saying? I'm the plug. You want some weed? I'm the plug.
Yeah.
Real. I got you. I'm the plug.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Nah, I mean, that's, man, you know, anybody that's listening, man, if you can give, 10, 15, 20 minutes out of your day just trying, if not playing with your child and, you know what I'm saying, if not doing what it is they like, just trying to figure out what it is they like. Giving them, you know what I mean, just give them that,
Some gems.
yeah, give them, just a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of, a little bit of brain food. A little bit of brain food for them to munch on and hopefully, I mean, if they, like I say, 10, 15 minutes, they can pick up one thing. They learn something that day. That's a big day. That's a big
Key
day.
takeaway, Chuck.
Key takeaway. That, like I said, I'm gonna go back to saying I'm glad that we developed this platform because it's needed. You know what I'm saying? Younger guys need to hear this. Older guys too as well need to know that you can be a part of your child's life. Doesn't matter if you have a good relationship with the mom or the dad or whatever, because it's about the kids. Point blank.
Kevin, closing remark.
Like I was saying before, Fred was talking about just being there. As parents, like I said too, sometimes things are gonna go right, sometimes they're gonna go wrong, but like I was saying too, being present is something too that you can't take away from that, and the kids build off of that. So just know too, like I said, if it's not going all that, don't be too hard on yourself. You're there, you're present, and you're building your kid's life. So that's one.
Fred, closing statement.
Man, I'm glad to be here. Happy to be home. Definitely, I've seen there, follow the show, seen every show. So definitely glad to see what we're doing, firsthand, up close and personal. But I know our goal is to help. So I do want to say, man, hit them comments. If you got a situation that we ain't no experts, we just, everyday people. But if we've been through something that you're going through right now, you got a question, hit them comments. You know what I mean? Like, subscribe, hit them comments. We'll definitely try to get back with you, let you know, how we were able to overcome. If we got resources for you, we'll definitely break them off as well. You know how we do it. This is Black Dad Code. We loving this. I'm loving this.
Awesome. My closing statement is you have to sacrifice yourself for your future self. So I'm sacrificing me right now for future me. Future self is your children. So whatever you feel you didn't accomplish in life and anything, now people try to live vicariously through their kids and push them through sports and stuff like that, because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to see your future you be what you want to be. But don't push them in the direction they don't want to be. Let your future you be whatever they want to be and be happy the way you want it to be, what you want it to be and didn't get to be. That's how you do your future you. Let your future you be whatever they want to be because you didn't get to be. And so, but I didn't get to be today, but in my future, I'm gonna be everything I wanna be, because my kid gonna be that. And I'm going to Invest Fest next weekend. Those of y'all don't know, it is a large event. Over 20,000 arena. I believe it's sold out, where we are coming together as a people, teaching us about financial literacy, along with entertainment in all kind of aspects and ways. And we're gonna have some of the millionaires and billionaires black of this country there speaking together, mingling, networking, and to have my child in that kind of environment, because she can't dream about being a millionaire, billionaire if she ain't never seen it. But she about to see millionaires and billionaires up close and know what it look like so she can know what she want to aspire to. Black man, black fan, black woman. Thank you for watching Black Dad Code, where everything we do before family, but nothing before family. Welcome back.
Peace.
Hey, Swag up to the tip top, all the way down. She liking my drip. Rolex don't tick tock, bust down. She liking my drip. Money don't fold, getting paid now. Yeah.
Yep.
Black man, black fan, black woman.